Welcome to Dice Junkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we have Michelle over at the editor station today.
Woo!
Yay! You know,
I feel like I'm
thank
hanging out
God
with nerds.
she's back.
Happy to be
Yeah. Blood Axe has been troubled since you've been gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's missed you.
Aw.
That other guy kept polling, man. We couldn't get him to stop.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's see what we're going to talk about today, man. Let's see. Let's talk about this is something I wanted to talk about. You know me, I'm a big Dragon Quest fan, and so I was just excited to see
I'm just a fan
that
of
apparently Dragon Quest 12 is already in the works at Square Enix. So.
Now with new, more PC-appropriate clothing and inclusivity.
No,
of course not. That's what I love about Dragon Quest. They don't care.
Dragon Quest will have Puff Puff till the end of time.
There will always be a female character that literally has the watch me make the enemy's horny attack. That's how I get that.
Yeah. Well, there'll always be the male character that also has the.
There is you know what? There you go. Inclusivity. There was always a very effeminate male character for a while who's just like, hi.
Yeah. I mean, it's
not even video footage play.
No. It's in the works. Like they're probably trying to determine at how they're going to start.
Well, everybody, look at this cool dude in a suit.
Hey, excuse me. Do not assume his gender.
Yeah, you may have to turn me and Q down just a hair. I see us hitting red over there.
Oh yeah. Oh, you finally hitting red.
Try
Good
again.
job, man.
Anyway, yeah, no,
I knew you'd get there
that should
eventually.
probably be better. All right. So let's see, Dragon Quest 12. Yeah. Anyway, looks interesting. Just a quick mention. I'm hoping to hear more about it. I doubt it'll be at this E3, but maybe next E3.
You get to rub it in my face
we'll
too.
hear some more.
That usually comes out on like PlayStation.
Well, I mean, I got the last one on PC.
Yeah, I know.
I was happy to see Dragon Quest coming to PC now. So.
I like it too, man. I've been with him since Dragon Warrior, man.
Yeah.
I'm an old school fan.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Yeah, Dragon Warrior on the Nintendo. Heck yeah.
And I love that
I
art style.
even got the I had to, because they weren't released in the U.S. So I had gotten the translated versions of 5 and 6. So yeah.
Whatever happened to Secret of Mana?
Secret of Mana?
They tried to do a couple of updates.
They I think they released it on PC, man.
They did, but I want a sequel.
It was like a revised version or something, but I heard they didn't do that great of a job with it. So, let's see. What else? Xbox made. If you ever wondered what Xbox smells like, apparently it's citrusy.
I thought I told you not to bring this one up.
I know, but I wanted to bring it up
X
anyway.
body spray. Well, it now cover up that basement smell and that gamer must.
Well, there's always been the stigma of gamers not bathing or deodorizing. Maybe this will help either change that or make that a myth. Make that a myth? I don't know.
Scroll down. I want to see what Stephen Colbert had to say.
Microsoft is releasing a shower gel, which is good because I've never washed my Xbox.
He is right. I've forgotten to wash my Xbox. It is way overdue.
Oh, man. I wash my PlayStation every once in a while. I like with canned air,
I don't do that.
Get the dust out.
Well, apparently it's gathering a lot of dust.
Slap it around a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Showers are good.
Blood X, dude.
Just so
no.
you
And
know,
stinky
showers are
So,
good.
They have not gotten the feminine hygiene products brand of Xbox
I was about to
products.
say, now I actually have a female coworker who is a gamer, and we were talking about this, and she said it was obviously not for women because the body wash says it can be used on your face and your head and your body. And she's like, women products don't work that way. So.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Really? Well, us men are just made from one solid slab of meat and hair, apparently. We could just go from like butt to head, like just all
everywhere. Just rub it on the skin.
You can also brush your teeth with it, just one. I'm waiting for that new Colgate everything. It's literally is what Lever 2000 claimed to be. It's for everything. Okay,
all right.
dude, I just ate
Um,
some artichoke dip, and I got an odor off of that comment, man. It just made me feel sick.
Oh, Blood Axe is liveling up the chat room today. Let's see. Do we want to? Okay. What do we want? Do we want to talk about YouTube drama next, or do we want to talk about movie hell?
Oh God, yeah, that thing happened.
You want to talk about movie hell? Then
Let's put the final tombstone on this franchise.
It's not the final tombstone, man. We still got New Mutants coming. So
They went out with a meh. They went out with a.
I mean, I
Blood
guess
X says movie hell.
movie hell. Okay, so yeah, Dark Phoenix was the worst debut in X-Men franchise.
Can I just comment?
history.
I love that you
Says
got this
Adam
article
Berry.
off of BuzzFeed News when you gave me hell about it once.
I gave you hell about doing a quiz off BuzzFeed, and honestly, I just clicked on an article because
Right.
everybody was saying this shit was bad. So I was like, it doesn't matter how bad the news company is. It could even be BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed
what?
even agrees that
You
this
know
movie
what?
sucked.
Oh, I told you.
You
I've been
picked
watching videos.
BuzzFeed. You picked BuzzFeed, so
It was
that's
to
your
make the
fault.
statement that even
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed
I've been watching videos.
says this thing sucks.
And I told my boy Zeno, I said that even the Do Boys, who will not are just they toe the line, have been calling it bad. And I said, whoa, the Do Boys, man. And I'm normally this movie's wonderful. No.
Mhm.
It has literally been being panned by even the most Sony X-Men suck-up boys have not been calling this movie good.
Yeah, but yeah, no, man, that's rough. There, that is rough.
Did Deadpool 2 almost make his worst? Wow, God, good job, Deadpool. I did not know that it did that good for a sequel. That's good sequel money.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
how well did they do for the podcast listeners?
What?
You're
Oh.
looking at the chart.
They did really poorly. I don't know any way to describe it
things
other
with your
than
words.
If Dark Phoenix was a penis, they would never take their pants off
I mean, the best way to put it is that
because it's that small on the chart.
to put
pretty small.
it into sadness perspective on a more realistic point of view, Wolverine Origins considered terrible, but more importantly, over 10 years ago, which you know how much money changes in 10 years, still made well more than double that movie, as did X2.
Everything.
But I mean, that is just amazing. They didn't even make half the money of any of the other movies, not
Yeah.
even half.
Yeah.
And notice how bad their American reviews are. We really did not love them in this country. We were just I'm not seeing that crap.
Yeah. So
So I just see a moss-covered tombstone. That's just here
Crickets.
lied.
um,
The crickets are already dead. The,
The
crickets
crickets-
left.
crickets.
Look at pull the numbers back up. He thought there were crickets. No, there are a lot of crickets in the world. There were no crickets.
all right. So there you go. That's that.
Which bad because you could tell which movie that was from because that's Last Stand. I know, but they did not differentiate the movies enough to me
Well, I mean, that was the thing. I think they had to redo the ending at some point
because it was Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of
So, I
suspicions they
mean-
were using the Skrulls. That they actually were using the Skrulls too.
Oh wow. Yeah. So let's see. I think that's enough on the post-mortem for
I've got more hate.
Dark Phoenix.
Oh, I did hear one good thing.
What?
Dazzler looked awesome. They
Really?
had Dazzler in the movie, and she had her punk 80s look. They said that she looked pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of waiting for somebody to put up clips. I went looking; they're not out yet of Dazzler. I want to see how they did Dazzler.
Okay. Well, there you go. Let's
That was for kids today. You know, he loves Dazzler.
yeah. Let's talk about YouTube for a second.
Like
What?
when you're making an editor jump. It's like you wait for her to point at something, and you pick something else.
I'm just scrolling
I
so
mean,
something jumps out.
I also think she wanted us to avoid clicking on this because it is a controversial hell of politics and hate and wannabes. I don't know. It's a lot of crap. Anyway, so this is called, I think, by some, the Vox Apocalypse. YouTube has basically revised their policy that has caused a lot of people to be demonetized and videos taken down. Though I heard that the numbers were around 1,000 videos that were demonetized. And I know, like, the original person that was targeted, I think, for all this, which was Steven Crowder, had like 200 and something of those 1,000 was his. So,
God damn. Okay, that does make it seem like he may have been the primary target. Because think about how many videos are on YouTube.
Yeah, and
that's 20% to be one person.
And I mean, those are numbers that I cannot confirm, but you know, that's what has been said. I'm sure there are a lot of those monitoring sites you can go to and figure out just about how that works. But
see, I'm in the middle on this because I believe in censoring hate speech. I mean, if it's outright hate speech, I believe you do censor hate speech. I'm not saying I agree with you on this. I'd say, but the problem is the definition of hate speech. That's what I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like, to me, what I call hate speech is way more severe than other people's definition. To me, hate speech is very clearly hate speech. They actually declare violence. They declare hate.
Well, yeah.
They're actually saying clearly criminal. They're pushing criminal actions. That point you go.
Well, if you're pushing criminal actions, you mean like trying to promote violence and stuff like that.
To me, that should be.
You realize that's already a crime.
Oh, then there you go. Then so that's hate speech to me anyway. Is that somebody's like, we need to kill all the Jews? And it's like that's criminal.
Yeah.
That should
incitement
be taken off.
is against the law. You cannot incite somebody to violence. But stating an opinion that other people don't necessarily agree on is not. And I mean, the reason I wanted to talk about this and the reason I brought it up is because, heck, man, we have opinions on this show. And a lot of people don't agree with our opinions, you know? I mean, it's not uncommon. So where do you draw the line? And that's one of my biggest things. My thing is, too, is if I look at it also like this. All right, let's say there's a group of white supremacists. And they get on there and they do their thing, and they chat and talk and do all this stuff. All right. Now, if I go and I start taking down their videos and all that stuff, then we're a business. You know, Dicejunkies is a business. Eventually, I will have to hire people. You know,
like an editor,
like a real editor. No,
right,
but eventually,
video just blanks out.
Yeah, no. But eventually, you have to hire people. You know, I would rather that white supremacist be out there talking all his crap, and if he applies for me, I can look and go, that's somebody who will not meet, mix well with this company. But if you keep removing all that stuff and trying to block it all and all that stuff, then they just go underground. And so,
well, I share that opinion.
I would prefer me to be easily available to find people's ideals out there that I can go, well, I don't like that person. I won't socialize with them. I won't do business with them. I won't, because that's and free speech. I want people to be able to say what they want. I don't think you should be afraid of that. Now, YouTube is a private company. So at that point, YouTube has the right to do this. At the same time, YouTube sort of does walk a line on whether or not they are a provider, a service, or if they're actually like a production company. So if they're just a service that allows you to upload videos, they actually take a lot of, and that's what they're considered, they get a lot of rights from the government on not being responsible for the stuff that's on their site. If you start selecting what you post, then you sort of go outside of that. So,
I mean, the biggest thing with YouTube is I like the idea that Blood actually said. That makes sense. Adult only. If something gets strongly biased, then maybe an age waiver, I guess. I don't know.
At the same time, you're demonetizing them anyway because they don't monetize adult content. So
well, basically,
it's questionable.
My thing on this is that overall, I prefer that YouTube maintain its neutrality, which is the problem I have with it, as I stated, is that no numbers to back this, but there's a sentiment that they have preferences as well on what they consider to be contentious. And to me, I really prefer they just kind of stay as neutral as they can. Because here's the thing, they're going to have to define what's an offensive ideology, and they're going to have to pick a side.
That's the other biggest thing is people are getting hit by this, and then YouTube is not defining what they're getting hit for. So that's another one of these issues. It's one of those things. YouTube's going to have to work it out. A lot of other people are going to have to be involved in that, and I hope that YouTube decides to lean on the side of free speech and not the other way around, because honestly, it's something that could potentially affect anybody that is on YouTube, gaming channels, anybody who might say something that somebody doesn't agree with, they cause a big enough of a fuss. What does YouTube do? But anyway, that's my opinion on the subject. I'm not going to dwell on this because it's not super geek related or geek culture related. It just is slightly because of YouTube itself being sort of a geek culture haven in itself.
Yeah, I just back off YouTube. That's the best advice. Let people fight their own battles. Because if you jump in and throw your hat, you're gonna go the way of like Twitter and Tumblr, where you get labeled whether you are or not. You're gonna get labeled one particular faction. And that's not been going well for them.
Well, and it's also been an issue of, they'll say, well, this person said things about these people, but then other people who talk crap about somebody, they're not doing something about, so it looks biased in that manner. Whether or not it's just they haven't got around to it or not, I don't know. But at this point, unless you can come up with a static or a firm solution and a firm rule set, people are going to see it as you being biased, whether it is
stuff
or not.
I find offensive that apparently is okay. And I find it quite offensive. And people get offended by me being offended about being offended about that. So how do you pick a side on that?
Quit being offended.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
or them.
let's talk about Dead or Alive. We'll move on. So Dead or Alive 6, if anybody knows, Dicejunkies, we occasionally get together and we'll do some fighting plays over here at the studio with some of the local cosplayers and just random people.
And occasionally we get our hands on Beat That Guy Gaming.
Yeah,
Malcolm, I owe you some more beatings.
Yeah, we'll be in Alabama next month, July.
Is it gonna be at that one?
Yeah. Well, he may not be there, but I mean we'll be in Alabama.
We can find him. We'll find him. I'll find where he is. Well, he needs to remember who I am.
Yeah.
I can't let him forget.
But anyway, 2 new characters are being added to Dead or Alive, so that'll be fun. So I guess this is one of them.
Sharana, she was in the last one, remember?
Yeah.
She's from Fatal Fury. Yeah, Fatal Fury. And she has been in DOA before. Oh, cool. Her little thing is pretty tight. Okay.
Yeah. She was the one. Her fans sort of sucked in the last one, but she looks like she has a lot different moveset.
It looks like they powered her up a bit, but the main thing is that jiggle.
But
Bloodx already commented on it. I was not the first one to comment on it.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Now, this is cool because Kula is another character from Fatal Fury. And or King of Fighters.
She's from King of Fighters.
King of Fighters. I started to get there. But I like her. She's pretty fun. I think it's going to be fun to have her.
I'm not familiar with this character.
She has ice powers.
Oh, really?
And a surprising personality. It'll be amusing. See?
Okay. Yeah, that will be something different.
They've got her moves in there. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, that looked interesting. So I thought we'd bring that up. Continuing in the vein of video games, though, and I guess this is the big and the exciting one for me. We mentioned the website last Sunday where the 3 was showing from Larian Studios, who does Divinity 2. And they did confirm this week that it is Baldur's Gate 3, and they released a teaser trailer.
Oh man, is this good stuff? Oh, is it good stuff? This is amazing.
It looks really cool. I'm like I said, Baldur's Gate. That's early gaming years for me, man. That is where
voices.
my true, like, I was a PC gamer before that, Nintendo and all that stuff, but I think Baldur's Gate is what turned me to more of the PC gaming over any other gaming, because at the time you couldn't find these types of RPGs on consoles or anything. Now they've come of ways of doing these type of RPGs on consoles now, and you're starting to see them hit as you have more buttons, and they've come up with better menu styles. But this is what brought me to PC gaming, was Baldur's Gate. Like, this is what solidified my presence on PC. And
that's how good this trailer is, because only the audience is hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
yeah. But I mean, and I played, Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale, all that. And loved these games for a really long time. So looking really forward to this. Lithids have always been a really fun, exciting part of Forgotten Realms D&D. Like, many of my campaigns have involved the Lithids or Mind
They
Flayers.
were also in Spelljammer.
So, and the ships that are in the sky are a form of Spelljammer, and I know that Q is hoping that this will lead to more Spelljammer after. But I don't necessarily think it is. I mean, I think just because of the ship.
Time to go home, boo.
But
Boo, baby.
And he's got his Boo theories too.
We will finally prove that Boo is a space hamster. That is what this is really all about. You think it's about Illithid, it's about the space hamster, Boo.
Yeah.
Minch is coming back, y'all.
But all right. So, did we have something in the chat room or
No.
Okay.
Dude, everybody was watching the trailer. I don't think you understand how awesome that trailer was.
Last in the video game, and I think this is the last article we have for now, is Darksiders is getting a Diablo style spinoff. Now, this actually looks really cool. Like, I think this I like the Darksiders games. I have not played the third Darksiders, but I love the first two. And so seeing that it's going to get a Darksiders Genesis, which will have 4 of the 4 knights, the 4 horsemen, it will and have a Diablo style, which I like. I like the Diablo style games. Well, they said there's going to be all 4, but yes. Strife and War are in this particular trailer. If you can just get past the cinematics, get to the gameplay, for those that are watching, because, but yeah, and you can say it is, it is very Diablo-esque, but it also has some of the platformer stuff that you would see in Darksiders. It looks like, with them jumping and maneuvering through obstacles. So.
Now the question is, though, was that an AI assistant, or was that 2 players playing the game?
I know what you want. You want couch co-op.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I would definitely love couch co-op. Yeah, it is said that it's supposed to be all 4 and multiplayer, but I have not heard couch co-op. So.
Are you saying we can finally get me, you, and Bloodaxe, and maybe Mrs. Bloodaxe together on there and wreck some stuff?
That is a possibility. We would need crossplay for that as well, though. So now we're just creating a long list of a wish list that won't ever happen. So
I can dream.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if it's co-op plus multiplayer, we could play on my Xbox. 2 of us on the Xbox, and then crossplay over there.
Possibly.
I do own an Xbox.
I mean, if it's Diablo style, though, I did not see a split screen, and you would need a split screen. So,
well, would you?
Yeah, because I mean, if
single screen would be too annoying.
Yeah, single screen would be way too annoying.
Well, the real question that we're ignoring here is who's playing who. Because I mean, I think I want to play either War or Death. I could do either.
I would have to see how the characters are actually presented. I mean, if it's anything like Diablo, I tend to play all of them. So
Strife looked cool with the guns. I gotta admit, looking like an old West gunman, that was kind of tight. Like I think that's cool.
So I mean, I would probably just play fill in for
Miss Blood Axe will do Fury. Good. You call war, bro? Blood Axe, yo? Do you even war Blood Axe? You trying to play?
God.
Okay, no, I'll take Death then. We'll make Zeno wield guns. He's the best shot out of all of us, I think. So Zeno, there you go. You're Strife.
I'm pretty good with my demon hunter on Diablo. So
I was talking about actually you're a pretty good shot. Period. We live in the South, man.
well, yeah, there's that too. But I mean, the demon hunter is your ranged combatant in Diablo. So.
Let's be honest. We know I love Death. I could do Death if I'm not doing war.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll let Blood Axe be the big tank. I'm just because I'm going back to when we played tabletop, but he was always doing Siegfried and Nightmare style characters even on the tabletop. So you can have war, man. I'll do Death.
All right. And I think that's it for today. I mean, we got a little bit of a late start for this particular segment. Of course, we'll have random encounters after this. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and check out for random encounters in another video. Let's see. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Dicejunkies.com, and you can support us on Patreon. I think I said all the stuff. Did I say all the stuff yet?
I'm sorry, man. Blood Axe was talking about I get psyched if I play Death, man. I'm wanting to play with my boy and get all my boys together again.
If you're listening on the podcast, stay tuned for Random Encounters up next. Also, if you're watching this live here on Twitch, Random Encounters is next. So you can join us every Sunday at 3:30 to watch the live stream, and you can join us in the chat room with Mr. Blood Axe, our moderator, who will get in there and slap you around if you do anything stupid. But we'll try to get to any of your comments and talk to you as much as we can while we're on air. All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Bells or
Hope
something.
you. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.